All right, strap in, everybody. We're going deep on this one. This wild YouTube challenge where Doug tries to eat 10 fast food meals all in a row.
Oh, wow.
The catch, every single meal is ordered by the total stranger in front of him in the drive-thru.
So, like, no control over what he's getting. That's crazy.
Right. Talk about taking mystery meal to a whole new level. You ever get that feeling of, oh man, I ordered way too much food?
Totally. Happens all the time.
This is that, times 10.
So it's Doug and his crew. They're in California hitting all these drive-thrus, and their only rule is whatever the person ahead of us gets, that's what we're ordering.
Simple,
Yeah.
right. But I'm sure you can guess how that goes.
I mean, that's got to be tough, right? Like, the human stomach can only handle so much.
It's a total roller coaster, let
Yeah.
me tell you. Some seriously bizarre food combos, portions that'll make your jaw drop.
Sure, I bet.
And you see their morale going up and down like crazy as the challenge goes on.
So the big question is, can they actually do it? Can they finish all 10 meals?
That's the journey we're on today. Buckle up. All right, first stop, McDonald's. Think they'll start with something light.
A salad, maybe?
Nope, not even close. A single strawberry shortcake McFlurry with Oreo cookies.
Okay, not too bad.
Yeah, they're even able to split it 4 ways. You know, a little taste for everybody. But don't let that fool you. This is just the very beginning.
A McFlurry. That's nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's almost like they underestimate how much food is coming at every turn. You can see this sense of, oh boy, what have we gotten ourselves into? Starting to creep in.
Oh, I bet.
Next stop, Panda Express.
Uh-oh.
Now, Panda Express, that's not exactly known for its small portions, you know?
You're not kidding.
Have you ever tried eating at Panda Express when you're already full?
No way.
It's a recipe for disaster.
What did they end up with?
They get 4 full entrees, a whole bunch of spring rolls, and 1 single fortune cookie to split between them.
A single fortune cookie.
Like, can you imagine? I'd love to know what that fortune said.
Maybe something like, pace yourself.
Right. Or the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single bite.
More like a journey of 10 meals.
Seriously. But yeah, after Panda Express, it's clear things are about to get real.
Okay, so what happens next?
Stop number 3 is Del Taco. And by all accounts, it's one of the worst meals Doug has ever had.
What was it?
2 quesadillas, these things called cheesecake bites that are supposed to look like spring rolls.
Cheesecake bites disguised as spring rolls.
Apparently, not a good combo.
You can kind of see how the challenge is starting to wear on them at this point. Not just physically, but mentally too, you know?
I can only imagine.
And it makes you think about food psychology too. If you're expecting a certain kind of meal and it turns out to be totally different, it can really affect how much you enjoy it, even more than the actual food itself.
That's a good point.
And now they're realizing they might need some help. Enter 2 fellow YouTubers, Point Crow and Abby. Reinforcements.
You'd think more people would mean less food per person, right?
Right.
But that's where the unpredictability of this challenge comes in.
What did they get?
Donuts from Krispy Kreme.
No way.
I know, you can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
Donuts. At a food challenge.
But hey, at least they brought some tea, right?
Gotta stay hydrated.
True.
So now they're 5 meals down, morale is starting to waver, and they're about to face the ultimate test. KFC.
Oh, man. KFC.
Bucket of chicken time.
Yeah. Bucket of chicken time.
This could go very, very wrong.
Very wrong.
It really is amazing to see how they're, like, adapting to this crazy challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Like, trying to figure out how to not just eat all this food, but all the different types of food, how it affects their, digestion and everything.
Yeah.
It's like a whole strategy.
It is.
It's not just eating at this point.
Totally. And then, get this, they actually make a pit stop at Starbucks.
What?
They call it a system cleanse.
A system cleanse.
Yeah, like hitting the reset button before the big boss level.
Oh, that's interesting. It really highlights how important pacing is in these eating challenges, right?
For sure.
It's not just how much you can eat.
It's about, like, how you spread it out over time.
Yeah.
You know, there's this thing called sensory-specific satiety.
What's that?
It basically means that the more you eat of one specific flavor,
Okay.
the less you enjoy it. So if you can switch things up a bit, it can actually reset your taste buds and, like, help you eat more in the long run.
So maybe those Starbucks drinks were a strategic move.
Could be. I bet it helped them mentally, too, you know?
Yeah.
Gave them a little break to kind of regroup before
Right.
they had to face that mountain of KFC.
Yeah. Talk about mental games.
Oh, yeah.
You could see the anticipation building as they drive to KFC.
I bet.
Like, what are they going to get?
Right.
What kind of monstrosity awaits?
Okay, so they get to KFC.
Yep.
Another stakeout situation, right? Watching the person ahead of them.
Mm-hmm. But this time, there's a twist.
Ooh, a twist. I like twists.
The person they're watching is driving a station wagon.
A station wagon.
That's not good.
Not good at all. Station wagon means family. Family means big order.
Exactly. They know they're in trouble.
Oh, man.
So Doug walks up to the counter, all nervous, and says, I'll have what the person in front of me is having.
Yeah.
And the cashier just looks at him, totally calm, and says, will that be all?
No reaction at all.
Oh, no surprise, no hesitation, just will that be all?
Almost creepier that way, right?
Right. It's like the silence before a storm,
And then the food arrives.
Oh, yeah.
I bet it's a lot.
It's not one bucket.
Okay.
It's not even 2 buckets.
What is it then?
It's one massive, overflowing bucket of fried chicken.
Oh, wow.
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Oh, the bucket's just the beginning. They also got 4 biscuits.
4 biscuits?
A huge container of gravy.
What?
A mountain of coleslaw.
This is too much.
And a side of pure despair.
I can't even imagine.
You can see it on Doug's face. He's sweating, he's staring at this food, and he's just muttering, we can't do this, we can't do this.
That's got to be so demoralizing.
Right. Like when you hit that wall,
Yeah.
you just know it's too much.
And it makes you think, why do people do these challenges,
I know.
What's the appeal?
Is it the thrill?
The bragging rights.
Or maybe like some deeper human need to push boundaries.
I don't know.
It's a mystery. But thankfully for Doug,
Yeah.
he's got a secret weapon. His friend Eddie,
Eddie to the rescue.
he calls him up for emergency backup.
Oh, that's great.
And Eddie, bless his soul, shows up ready to eat.
That's what friends are for, right?
He doesn't even ask questions. He just dives right into that chicken.
What a guy.
It's a beautiful thing to witness.
I bet it boosted their morale, too, right?
Oh, for sure. It was a turning point. They started working together, chipping away at that KFC mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Doug even manages to eat most of the biscuits.
Wow.
And get this, he chugs the entire container of gravy.
Chugs the gravy.
Chugs it.
I mean, I don't recommend that as a general rule.
Of course not.
But in this context, it's kind of inspiring,
It is.
Like, they're pushing their limits, supporting each other.
Yeah.
Proving that even when things get ridiculous, you can still find a way to work together and achieve a goal.
Absolutely. It's a good reminder that even when you're faced with a mountain of fried chicken and gravy, you can find strength in like shared experience and a good sense of humor.
Exactly. But there's more to this deep dive than just laughs, right?
Right.
It makes us think about our relationship with food
Yeah.
and why we do these crazy eating challenges.
Good question. What drives people to do this kind of stuff?
Is it about pushing physical limits?
Is it for social media fame?
Or is there something deeper going on, like a need to connect with other people through, I don't know, a shared goal?
It's something to think about.
It really is. But
Yeah.
for Doug and the crew, right now it's all about survival.
Yeah.
With Eddie's help, they conquer the chicken, they conquer the biscuits,
Yep.
and that leaves them with one final obstacle,
Don't tell me.
the coleslaw,
A mountain of coleslaw.
the remnants of a truly epic battle.
And what happens next is amazing.
What does they do?
They call it the circle of death.
Circle of death.
They pass the container of coleslaw around. Each person takes a bite.
Oh, wow.
No complaining, no stopping, just pure determination.
This is it, the final push.
Can they do it?
Yeah.
Can they finish the coleslaw and achieve their goal?
I can't believe we have to wait to find out. They did it.
They did it. That coleslaw didn't stand a chance.
Oh, man. That's incredible.
I know. 10 drive-through meals, all chosen by strangers.
What an accomplishment. But also kind of crazy, right?
Right. Like, congratulations, but also, are you guys okay?
Seriously.
It's this weird mix of being impressed and kind of worried for them,
Totally.
But it's also super entertaining.
Oh, absolutely. It makes you think about a lot of things, too.
Yeah. Like, we're not just watching them eat right. We're getting these little glimpses into, like, our own relationship with food and stuff.
Exactly. Like how unpredictable drive-through orders can
Oh,
be.
tell me about it.
1 minute you're getting a small fry. The next minute you've got enough to feed a family.
And then you're stuck with all that food.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this challenge really takes that to the extreme.
For sure. And it makes you think, like, What are the consequences of all this overeating?
Yeah, it definitely makes you think about eating more mindfully, right?
Totally.
But it also makes you wonder, why do we love these food challenges so
I
much?
know, right?
Why are we so fascinated by people pushing their limits with food?
It's a good question.
Maybe it's the entertainment value.
Maybe it's about, like, connecting with this primal part of ourselves.
Maybe we just love seeing people do things we would never do ourselves.
Right. It's like living vicariously through them.
But one thing's for sure, this DougDoug video, it's not just mindless entertainment.
No, definitely not.
It sparks some really interesting conversations.
Oh, yeah. About food, about our habits, about how we treat our bodies.
It's food for thought, literally.
Nice. Okay, I had to.
I see what you did there.
So we've gone deep on this challenge,
Yeah.
10 meals deep.
10 meals deep, exactly. But here's the big question for everyone listening.
Hit us with it.
Would you ever attempt something like this?
Would you?
Well, I don't think I could.
Me neither. But if you did, what would your strategy be?
Because I'm telling you, a big appetite is not enough.
Not even close.
You need a plan.
You need backup.
Maybe some, like, industrial strength antacids.
And a whole lot of willpower.
Absolutely. So there you have it, folks. Another deep dive complete.
Thanks for joining us, as always.
Until next time, keep those brains hungry for knowledge.
And maybe take it easy on the drive-thru.